Good morning. Welcome to a impromptu edition of Dork Side of the Ring. Impromptu, as in I didn't advertise it, so I'm probably here by myself, but that's fine. I need the practice. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Well, I did one last week with Joe, um, with Joe's Atmosphere. We did the All in 2018 Education video, which is on both of our channels. But today I'd originally planned on going over All In and the All in London, going over the results and how I did on my predictions and things like that. But instead, what happened was we got uh, shocking news that yesterday that AEW, uh, Tony Khan fired CM Punk, um, and with that, uh, he lost this wrestling fan. I'm not going to watch. There's a this week alone. My God, was a ton of wrestling. I mean, you had on top of you had your Monday Night Raw, you have NXT, and you have AEW Dynamite, then you have Friday Night SmackDown, Friday Night Rampage, Saturday Night Collision. We had WWE Payback, and then tonight is All Out, AEW All Out. So I didn't bother watching Collision last night. I did watch Payback. I'm not going to bother watching All Out. In fact, actually, I should kind of in a way thank Tony Khan because he freed up a lot of time for me because I'm not going to be watching AEW at all anymore. Because I think Tony's an idiot, quite frankly. Oh wow, I actually do have some people here. Anthony, hey, welcome. Mom, as always. I guess I can always count on you to be here. Appreciate you guys showing up. I'm just gonna. In fact, I might even put the link if anybody shows up who wants to join the discussion. This probably won't be a long stream. I just want to get back in the habit of actually getting up this early on a Sunday and putting a show together. But yeah, Tony Khan fired CM Punk. So the story is what happened is uh, Jack Perry, which is Luke Perry's son, who is apparently as empty headed as Adam Page and doesn't like to take advice from veterans, um, got into an argument with Punk about uh, using real glass, and how it's unnecessarily dangerous to use real glass in a in a worked fight like wrestling. And during the All In uh, show, the 0 hour, the pre-show, Jack Perry's fighting Hook looks dead into the camera and says, "This is real glass. Cry me a river," which was directed at CM Punk. So after the match and before, because CM Punk's match was the first match on the card at All In, Punk goes up to Jack Perry to confront him to talk about it. Some kind of shoving match ensues, and then basically Punk puts Perry in a front face lock, like a guillotine lock or something, and they get separated. And all this happened in gorilla position in front of everybody. Punk had some words with Tony Khan, uh, threatened to quit, didn't want to go out to do his match. Apparently Samoa Joe talked him into, come on, let's do this. There's 80,000 fans out there. Let's do this. So Punk goes out and he has a match. Afterwards, during the match, I guess Jack Perry is escorted out, made to leave, and after the match, CM Punk is not made to leave, but he asks, if he should leave. They say, yeah, you probably should. So he left on his own. It's later stated that both men are going to be suspended pending an investigation. And then, yesterday, Tony Khan tweeted a statement, uh, basically saying that they fired with cause CM Punk, which was stupid. I mean, he's the biggest draw they had. Um, Gave him their first $1 million gate, so outsold everybody with merch. It's just I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Tony Khan is just stupid in my opinion, but it is what it is. He can keep spending his dad's money and you know living that life of his. Um, yeah. So, anyways, if if you guys have any thoughts on the whole CM Punk thing, let me know. But basically, I'm just gonna be watching. Hey, Joe, feel free to join if you want to join. I'll send you the link. Um, yeah, it was just bizarre to me. So I guess I will go over the predictions, um, or well, not well, my the results of my predictions from All In, and then we can talk a little bit of payback. Um, so yeah, so in the 0 hour pre-show, we had the the previously mentioned Jack Perry match where he faced Hook. And Joe, if you want to join, I sent it to you in Twitter or X or whatever it's called nowadays. But thanks for stopping by nonetheless. So I had originally predicted my prediction for that was Hook was going to win, and I was right on that one. So Hook did win that match. Um, my prediction for Aussie Open versus MJF and Adam Cole, I predicted Aussie Open was going to retain because there was going to be some shenanigans, and that Adam Cole or MJF are going to turn on one another to injure the other for the main event. I was totally wrong, and I'm glad I was wrong. MJF and Adam Cole won that match and became the new Ring of Honor champion, tag team champions. Then to open the show, like I had mentioned earlier, it was CM Punk versus Samoa Joe for the Real World Championship, which I'd love to see him do like Ric Flair did back in the day, now that he's been fired, and take that belt to some other promotion where they have to blur it out. And he talks about being the Real World's champion like Ric Flair did back in the 90s. But anyway, CM Punk actually won that match. It's a pretty good match. Let's see. And then I don't really remember the order. I got a list here. I do remember my predictions. So the four-way women's match, I correctly predicted Saraya winning, but I mean they were practically in her backyard, so why wouldn't she win? Um, so that was good. The let's see, after that, FTR versus the Young Bucks. I thought the Young Bucks were gonna win just because they book it, and I'm glad I was wrong because FTR retained, won their rubber match, so they won the trilogy overall. The So I got that one wrong, but I didn't mind getting that one wrong. Another one I got wrong was the Golden Elite versus Bullet Club. I thought for sure Adam Page and Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi were gonna win that one, but they didn't. And so I was again, Kenny Omega is one of the EVPs. I thought he'd book himself to win, and he's finally doing it right, and he didn't. So that was another one I was happy to be wrong about. Yeah, so the Bullet Club Gold took the victory in that one. Then we had the Trios Championship with the House of Black versus the Acclaimed. I correctly predicted that the Acclaimed were going to win because they had not Daddy Ass, but Badass Billy Gunn came back. So that was cool. Then we had Darby Allin and Sting versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage in a coffin match. I correctly predicted it was kind of everybody knew who was going to win that. Darby Allin and Sting won that one. And then we had Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay. I correctly predicted that Will Ospreay was going to win that one. And then the next match, the Stadium Stampede match, I got wrong. I predicted that the Blackpool Combat Club was going to win against the Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, and Eddie Kingston and Penta of Sierra Miedo. And I was wrong. Blackpool Combat Club lost. So, and I didn't mind being wrong on that one. And then the main event was MJF versus Adam Cole, and I was totally wrong about everything to do with those guys. I thought one of them was going to turn on the other for sure. Um, but that didn't happen. I did the result in the end. I got correct, but not the how. And that is MJF did retain his title and is still the AEW World Champion. So, so that was the All In London results, and it's going to be the last AEW pay per view I watch for a while, if uh, if if ever again watch one. So the yeah, um, it really is more fun when you have somebody to bounce off of you. So I'm just again just trying to exercise this muscle, get back into the habit of doing these Sunday shows. Um, I went to a Aviators baseball game last night. I won tickets, and it was pretty cool. It's pretty fun. The weather's been bizarre out here in Vegas lately. Bizarre as in like not hot. A lot of rain, tons of flooding. Last couple of days, Friday and Saturday, there was a lot of flooding. Seems to be clear and beautiful today. I was outside a little bit earlier, felt nice and cool. So hopefully, I'm supposed to go to like a barbecue later today. We'll see how that goes. So hopefully that all works out. But we lost the Aviators yesterday. Played the Bees, and they beat us 2-0. But it was still fun. It was a gorgeous evening. Unfortunately, it did not rain, but it was nice and cool, um, overcast, and it's up in Summerlin. So just like the mountains and the clouds and the backdrop to the Las Vegas ballpark is gorgeous, and the scenery behind it is gorgeous as well. So so that was fun. So and I was up a little bit afterwards with some friends, and yeah, so mainly just wanted to hold myself accountable, get up, make sure I started this stream, and it probably it's probably I'll be lucky if I can squeeze 30 minutes out of out of today. Um, so let's talk about WWE Payback. Um, so Payback was last night. It was on at the same time as Collision, but fortunately, Tony Khan made that announcement earlier in the day, so I didn't have to worry about having one on one screen, one on the other, or even carrying. Um, I watched on I don't know if Joe's still here, but I did watch some of his stream where he talked about apparently Tony Khan came out before the show went on the air and basically the crowd booed the hell out of him. And apparently throughout the show, because they were in Chicago, there were a lot of CM Punk chants and a lot of boos and things like that, which is to be expected in Chicago. So whatever. Um, Payback though was entertaining uh, with some shocks. Now I didn't get to do any kind of prediction for Payback. Um, so I'll just go over kind of what happened. I guess so. John Cena hosted it. Basically, with the actors strike, he's coming back. He's going to be wrestling a little while. He's advertised for several upcoming SmackDowns and the show they're doing in India, the Super Show or whatever it's called. Um, and so, anyways, just kind of go over the show opened with the steel cage match with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus, and it was actually a really good match. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Um, there were several nods to previous matches. Gosh, so many different nods. Like my favorite was probably when Trish got hung up at the top of the cage, kind of like Owen Hart did way back in the day. Um, that was fun. But Trish lost as she should, and then after the fact, after the match, Zoe Starks came out, and she. That's funny. Zoe Starks came out, and I guess I don't know. I guess she's turning face now or something. I don't know. Her Trish was upset with her smacked her. Zoe Stark laid her out, and tore off her "Thank You Trish" shirt, and uh, and yeah, so there was that. Then I still can't believe CM Punk got fired. Sorry. Anyway, um, I'm probably going to get the order messed up for the rest of these, but LA Knight. No, I think it was LA Knight versus The Miz. John Cena comes out talking about being the host, and he says he's going to be the special guest referee. So The Miz comes out, has takes a little exception to that, and yeah, no, John Cena puts on a referee shirt, and we get L.A. Knight, yeah, coming out to the ring, and he and the Miz have a good match. John Cena kind of gets involved. You don't really know which way he's going to go. If he's going to whatever, but at the end, he ends up calling it down the middle, and L.A. Knight gets the win, as he should. Dude had the biggest pop. And yes, Michael, I see the message in the text. Thank you. Um, I try not to answer the phone live on air, but I did get your text, and I see your messages in the chat. So, like I said, this is just for me to get back in the habit of doing this. Uh, Probably won't be on here too much longer, and then I'll join you and Jason. So we've got after that LA Night match. We had the Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory for the United States Championship match, and Mysterio retained. I didn't think that's how it was going to go. I thought Austin would win. That way they could do the LA Knight program, because they really need to strike while the iron's hot with LA Knight. He needs to be strapped up. They need to put some gold on that dude, because he is over. He's really over. After that, we have the memory serves. I think it might have been the Grayson Waller effect with Cody Rhodes introducing the newest member of the Raw roster, which is Jey Uso. I thought this was lame. I thought it was going to be, I don't know. It was lame. So that's all I'm going to say about that. We had the Women's World Championship match with Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley. Surprise, surprise, Rhea Ripley won that. And in one of the shocking, really shocking match, the undisputed tag team championships were defended in a Steel City street fight. It was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the champions, versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest, and the Judgment Day. And Judgment Day won. I did not see that coming. So they, every member of the Judgment Day has got gold now. Plus, Damian Priest, has the Money in the Bank briefcase. So interesting to see where this is going to go, how this is going to play out. But man, there was a crazy spot. Kevin Owens is always doing crazy stuff. Dude's going to end up killing himself in the ring one of these days. He was standing up. It was like on a second tier level with fans. Does a swanton off of that onto Dominic Mysterio, who's laying on a table, just crushes through it. It was crazy. But yeah. Oh, Gomer Kyle, welcome. Yeah, no, I don't understand Judgment Day winning. It was weird to me. I didn't see that one coming. And then okay, and then the main event was Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And that could have gone either way. I wouldn't have been upset if Shinsuke won. I mean, they were treating him like a big deal, and finally, which they should be. And I've been loving these I don't know if they're like vignettes or the packages they've been doing where they just let him speak in Japanese and they subtitle it, which I've been saying for years they should be doing that. He comes off as more menacing and more badass when he can speak in his native language. And so yeah, I thought it was overall, I thought it was a good pay-per-view. WWE's putting on, or a premium live event. WWE seems to be putting on really solid shows consistently. And it was we. It's crazy that I can. I, as someone who's been watching wrestling as long as I have, I like it when I'm still able to be surprised uh, by by the outcome of matches and things like that. So let's see. Yeah, and I think that's yeah, it's other than the CM Punk thing, like last week when on the Friday show I did with Joe, we talked about the passing of Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt, um, which is still crazy. I mean, Bray Wyatt was only 36. Wyndham Rotunda was only 36 years old. Passed from a heart attack. I, 2016, 5 days after I turned 37, I had a heart attack on a plane, and I thankfully, I made it. I'm still here, but it just blows my mind. And I had the heart attack because I was morbidly obese. I was 400 pounds and wasn't taking the best care of myself. And this guy, Wyndham Rotunda, was a professional athlete. Um, so it's just a shame. And I just want to reiterate again, like you know, I he had 4 kids that he left behind, and my heart goes out to the family, and just wish them all the best in this difficult time. Now, not to take away anything from Terry Funk, but Terry Funk, he had a good long run. I mean, like he was in his late 70s. He outlived many wrestlers who, I mean, and Terry Funk was a madman. I mean, he did the death matches and all this crazy stuff. So um, he uh, he had a good run. Um, but yeah, Bray was taken uh, way too early from everybody. He was just way too young, just way too young. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get back into the swing of these Dork Side of the Rings. Hopefully, start having guests on again, panelists. Maybe even do like an open forum type of thing, like Salty does on Friday night. Um, just want to get back into the habit, and discussing wrestling. It's something that I watch anyway. It's something I I love to talk about, and yeah, uh, CM Punk got fired over Jungle Boy Jack Perry. That's ridiculous. It's blowing my mind, but it's going to free up a lot of time for me. I don't have to watch. Uh, how much? What is that? That's 2, 4, 5, at least 5 hours a week. Just got freed up, um, and even more on weeks like this week where they have a pay per view. But I'm not even going to watch it tonight. So you guys enjoy it. I'm sure Joe will cover it, and all kinds of other places will cover it. But I think I've kind of babbled on enough. This is going to be the shortest video I've ever done. Gomer Kyle, just think about the Chicago crowd tonight, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'll hear about it. I'm sure. I'm not. It ain't worth my money. Um, I mean, actually, man, I'd be surprised. Like all of those people bought their tickets to see CM Punk. All these people are gonna be pissed, and I wonder if they can get their money back. That would hurt. That's where it's gonna hurt AEW the most, is in the pocketbook. Like, just like all these fans should be allowed to just get a refund, because their man CM Punk isn't going to be there. Um, but I'm not gonna get the pay per view. I'll I'll let other people watch it, and I'll watch their reviews or whatever. People like Joe Cronin. But so, anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Um, yeah, yeah. Sorry. It's a short video, about 25 minutes. I'm gonna go watch some Star Trek with my buddy Salty Trekker and Jason, the Rusty Canuck, or the Geeky Canuck. And I'll be back next week with a little bit better prepared, and hopefully a sidekick, because I need someone on here to chat with. Anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next week.